welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa. This is the Girl Miss Yarn episode 45. Today we're going to talk all about my January make. So we're going to do a January recap, and I'm quite excited. It's quite late today. It's January 28th. It's a Saturday and it's around 8 p.m. so I'm quite tired. I just went to dinner. I'm super full, but if I don't do it today, it will not happen. So if you've never been here, my name is Lisa, and if you don't follow me on Ravelry or Instagram, my username is Lisa Lugo for both. I'm gonna place it here on the screen. As always, I have a timestamp on the description box, so you just click on it, and if you want to jump into whatever thing I'm talking, just click on the hyperlink number, and then also every single pattern that I talk about is going to be there as well. So you click on it and it will take you to whatever, whatever pattern I'm going to talk, which probably is going to be all Ravelry. Today we're going to talk a lot about knitting, some FO, one FO, and then some whips, tons of whips, and also going to talk about my 2 projects a month that I did sewing wise. I'm going to try to squeeze if I can talk about some acquisitions, because I said I was not going to buy anything and I ended up buying a lot of stuff. And that's it. I think that's the intro. Besides that, I am going to do vlog in time this year as well. I did it last year for the first time, which is I opened a mini skein which is specially dyed for Valentine's Day. This time I'm gonna open Amanda, or the same that I opened last year, which is Amanda from Sweet Skein of Mine. She dyed a countdown to Cupid. Sorry, and I have it right here, which it consists of opening a mini skein from the 1st of January to the 13th, and on the 14th you have a full skein. So last year I did a sweater, which is my favorite stripy sweater so far, because this is it's quite fun. I'm gonna place a picture here, and I don't know what I'm gonna make this year, but I guess I'm gonna make socks, so we'll see. Let's start with the knitting. First finished objects are the School of Socks I'm So Basic Socks by Summer Lee. And I never thought I was going to be able to say that. I never thought I will have a hand knit a hand knit socks. This is like, I have not even wore them. I have not washed it. I have not even weaved the ends. But I love this sock so much, and I want to tell you all about it. And you guys, if you have knitted tons of socks, as a reminder, this is my first sock. I am a sock baby. Be gentle with me, guide me, take my hand, make me love them even more than I love them. Tell me all your tricks and your advice and your fails. I want to hear it all. Just probably tell me your first experience, how many mistakes you made, because I made not every, but a lot of mistakes on my first pair. This pattern is called the I'm So Basic Sock by Summer Lee. She is a new designer to me. I found her like a year or so ago. I think I was doing a research for that stripy sweater that you guys know I have like 20,000 stripy sweaters, and I found her because she has a pattern like I think it's called 1979 raglan or something like that. I know she has one that is called the Stash Dive raglan sweater. It's quite cute, and I love her sweaters. I didn't buy her sweaters or made her sweaters, but I was kind of like obsessed with her socks. They were bold, they were fun, they were quite like, I actually wanted to make them. They look quite fun, and I don't know, I love also that this pattern that I made first is free, and of course I can show you guys all about it because you know this is available for everybody, and like I said, I'm gonna link them below. This one is free. She has one that is called the Weekend Shorty or something like that, as well, free. She has one to use like tiny pieces of scrap. I think it's called the hold on, let me look it up. It's called the Tiny Tree Socks, and they're for like your, I mean, like your Christmas tree. And she also have a scarf pattern free that is called Stash Dive Scarf. So I'm gonna link, like I said, all of those in the description box, and her main you know, page, so you can check all the designs. She is a very fun sock knitter, and I will have to say I'm quite excited that I get to make her designs first. But before we go into that, the yarn that I use is a sock set that Christina from Chelsea Locks sent me as a gift. It's called Knitting Friends, and is 85% merino and 15% nylon. It came in with this cute little brown as the mini with this, and I loved it. The needles we have time for the freaking needles. So I love Addies. Why? I have no idea. I have learned to love Chiagu, and Hayahayas. So I started with Addies US size 1, and I thought the cable was like not working at all, and I have bought a couple of Chiagus, and I didn't have any that were US size 1. So I went to my local you know, yarn shop, and I asked for, you know, Chiagu, and the owner sold me a pair of Hayahayas. She said that they're even better than the Chiagus, and they were quite you know, the cable is quite bendable and like really nice. I bought the 40-inch circle needles in the 2.25 millimeters or US size 1. I love the Hayahaya so much that I was going really fast, but that point, or the you know, the point of the needles are so freaking sharp that I had a hole on my finger so bad, and every single time I push the needle back, the point will like dig into my skin so bad that I had to like stop for 2 days, which that's why I didn't finish these socks faster. But I mean, hello, I was like, this is a weapon. Like, if John Wick, my boyfriend, find this, if he can do a lot of damage with the pencil, imagine with his Hayahayas, okay? Like, I mean, like, he should be the poster child for those needles. They are sharp. They're a weapon. Anyway, I made a size 8, which is for an H in circumference foot, and I made this in a couple days. I think I did them, I started on the 28th, I knit on the 28th, 29th, 30, and I didn't touch them on the 31st or the 1st. Then I did, I think I finished on the 31st. I don't remember. Okay, hold on. I know. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I did like a little timestamp here. So I started on the 28th, I cast them on really late at night. And then on the 29th, I went up to the heel, and then I took a break. And then on the 30th, I reached the start of the toe. And then on the 31st, I didn't work on it. And on the 1st, I finished the first sock, and I cast it on sock number 2. Okay, and I finished on the 7th. I think when I think it was January 2nd or 3rd, I had a hole on my finger and I had like to take a break. I had to put just tape around it because it was like so painful. Things that I have to say about this pattern. Number 1, really good, great pattern, super easy, lots of information. So she talks about needles, she talks about yarn, she talks about yarn blends, she talks about how to measure your foot, like everything you can imagine. If you're a beginner like me, you will find it here. And the thing that I like most is that she has a lot of pictures, and then also you have hyperlinks that you just click on them and it will take you to her YouTube channel, and she will take you visually step by step through it all. The first one went really fast. And I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if it is focused. They look quite different. It's because okay, back to focus. They look quite different because I did make a mistake on sock number 1. So you guys know when you do, or in this case, hold on, the heel flap. The heel flap, no, it's not the heel flap. Is it the heel flap? You guys know, I don't know. Okay, so you slip one and then you need one, slip one, and then you go to the end, right? Then you go to the reverse or the wrong side, and then you slip the first stitch and then you purl all the way to the end. Well, Mary Lisa didn't register that on her brain, so she did the same thing. She slip and purl, slip and purl, slip and purl. So I have like double, it feels like I have double like layer of fabric right there. And then when I went to the, what is it called, gusset? Is it the gusset? I don't know how this is called. Like all this lingo. The gut, I don't know. Okay, whatever. This triangle. I had like 4 stitches in this side and then none here. I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, the first one, it just fits me like a glove, but I'm not kidding. You don't want anybody to see it from, you know, nearby. Then I went into the short row kind of like thing, and or it's not short row, I don't know. You see, I am so bad. Okay, the gusset. Okay, heel, flap, and gusset. That's it? Okay, the gusset. When I went to the gusset, I was like, what do you want me to do? It was just like a hot mess. I'm not kidding. This one is a struggle, but like I've said, I love it. And I noticed all the mistakes that I did on the first one. When I was doing the second one, I was like, wow, this looks quite different. You know, like it looks like anyway. So tons of mistakes. On the second one, I noticed that I had like too many, like, I don't know what I was just, it's just something. Mood wise, I will say it was just like a little fun, but these parts here were a little boring. So I was just like, I cannot do vanilla socks. Like I need fun stuff. So I went and I got tons of patterns. I got a new book. I got it all. And then yesterday I was on the road with my family, and I was just like, I got all dizzy because I suffer from motion sickness, and it's just like, oh my god, I need a vanilla sock in the car so I can just knit on it when I cannot read or do anything or be on my phone, and I can go, you know, all the way around, and it will be fun. But first pair done. I've talked so long about them, but I love them. I'm in love. I need to wear them. Probably tomorrow I will wear them. But so cute. First sock, check. So after I finished that first sock, I was so excited. I went and I bought a bunch of sock patterns, like I said, and the one that I loved, and I was just like, I cast on right away, is this Shorty Sock pattern set by Summer Lee. This one is a pay pattern, and what I like about this is that if you have any random pieces of like a little ball of yarn, you will be able to make a shorty sock. And I actually enjoy wearing shorties more than an actual long sock, so I was quite excited. What I like about this pattern is that it has some variations, so you need a very little to make one of those shorties, and she gives you the instructions on how to make them scrappy, you know, when to change the new color, you know, how to deal with ends. And then also she has one that is called All the Frills, that it has like the frill on the top, quite cute. And if you want to do that one faded, she gives you also the instructions. I've never done a faded thing, anything. And then the one that I love the most is that pom squat sneaker sock with the little pom-poms. And I don't know about you, but I used to wear socks with those pom-poms, and I love them. So let me show you that sock. I am on sock number 1, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this, but I am almost to the toe. I'm using 3 different yarns. This one is Amanda from Sweet Skein of Mine. This one is Chelsea Lux, and the same with this one. This is a little, I don't know where it comes, this one. I don't know where this one comes from. I know this one for sure is Chelsea Lux because it has the little sterlina in there. I don't know if you can see the speckle, or the sparkle, sorry, not speckles. The sparkle in there. And this is the sock. Loving it. Not loving all the ends that I will have to weave at the end. I don't know if you can tell here. Tons of ends to weave. I love that you do the cuff, you do 1 repeat of whatever color you want to do it scrappy like I'm doing, or like, you know, like striped like I do. I'm doing it, and then you go right into the heel flap and gusset. So it went really fast. I lost a little bit of steam on it because when I went to put it on, this stretched a lot when I went to put it over my foot, and it was kind of like hard to get through my foot. I think my arch is quite high, and yeah, the yarn was suffering when I was trying to put it over my foot. So yeah, it was something. I'm using Hayas. My favorite needles right now in US size 1 or 2.25 millimeters, and I did a size M sock, which is for, like I said, an 8-inch foot circumference. These are too small. I think I will be able to squeeze my foot in there, but I have tons of information in my crafty journal because I want to kind of like perfect the formula for my foot, and I think the best way to get there is to make all the mistakes and learn, you know, the hard way. I'm gonna say that. I think this yarn is a little thinner than the rest, so I think also that didn't help, and I was knitting so tight that my neck was killing me. It was like I had pain all the way up to my jaw, and I had to go and get tons of massages and therapy to get my neck to relax. Remember, this is the side that they radiated all the way up to here, so I have to make sure that all that muscle that have been impacted by radiation, just to relax it. So I noticed I was knitting too tight, and then also the yarn was a little too thin. This killed my sock vibe completely. I was so disappointed, but I was just like, you know what, it's gonna be okay. I'm not losing too much, you know, it's just little minis. And I actually bought this pattern because I want to use all the minis that I have. I have tons of minis. So I let this one go and I put it aside. It's here in this little glass jar that I thrifted, and I went ahead and I started this beautiful sock. And if you can see, it's doesn't have a needle, or it doesn't have yarn attached to it. I just cut into it. But before we get into this one, my friend Anna sent me or tagged me in one of her stories because she was on YouTube and she saw that Steven West just launched the West Knit Year of Sock, and he is, as I am, obsessed with socks, and he made like a little book, or you know, kind of like, I will say, I don't know how I don't know what it's called, but if you buy the entire thing beforehand, you will get a sock pattern every month. And when I went to that, I went ahead and I jumped right in, bought the kit or whatever. And you already have two patterns. So the first is called Painter Bricks, which is this one. And the other one is called Cable Trellis. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I have never done anything Stephen West. I use US size 1 needles as well because that was the recommendation, and I made a combination of Sweet Skein and Chelsea Lux minis, and you have some here that are sparkly, some are not. I know this one is Sweet Skein on mine. The main color, I lost the ball band of it, and I'm not making or saying that because I don't want to support. I just actually don't remember when I got this yarn. What I use it for, I don't remember at all. So the main one, I don't know. The other ones are just minis that I open and I let, you know, I let go of the bag with the name, and I have been very bad in previous years with the minis. So this year I tried to keep everything on their bag so I know what color, you know, although these colors I don't think they're gonna be dyed ever again. So what I love about this sock is that you never, even though that it feels like it's colorway, you never heal or knit with two yarns at the same time. So if you have a lot of issues with that, you're not gonna have the issue with this one. You are gonna knit with one, and then you're gonna let it go, and you're gonna grab the other one, and you're gonna make this design on the way, right? I don't wanna give too much of this design, but I made a size 3, which is for an 8-inch, you know, circumference of my foot, which is 8 inches. I use US size 1 needles, like I said, and I didn't do the roll hem. So this one, you guys, you knit. I'm so tired. You knit up to 5 inches, and then you roll it down, and then you start working with the body of the sock. I just decided to do, I think, 1.5 inches, and then start with the design. I don't like that roll edge, whatever. I was knitting quite tight at the same time. I love the color work, actually. You guys know, I think I said like 3 or 4 years ago that I don't want to do any more color work because I was not using it. But I mean, this, I will be able to use it. Yes. So I tried to put it over or on my foot, and it was too narrow. So if I, hold on. So if I have this cuff on top of the other, you see I have, this is 2 inches from one point to the other one, you know, it's folded in half, what was it that, or like squish. So there's a lot of a difference there. I don't know if you can tell. You see? Let's see. There you go. You see, if I place this points together, there's all that. In this one, it's already a little kind of like intense. So I tried to put it over my heel. It didn't even pass. And people were like, oh, don't worry, it's gonna pass. It doesn't pass my heel. It's not. I think this will be okay for probably like a child, not me. So I cut it out, and I was so excited with this sock. I already was a little boo with this one, and then this one was the nail in the coffin. I was like, oh, what did I got myself into? I don't like this sock business, but I went ahead and sadly cut this one off and started a new one. Let me get that one. Because I love this combination so much, I went ahead and I cast a 4th pair of socks This time I casted on the Herding Cats by Stone Knits. This pattern just launched. I followed the designer and she was posting about her progress and I was like so excited. So the exact same day that it launched, Pinky Pearly on Ravelry sent it to me so I could knit Fiona, my new cat, and I am so thankful and I love it so much. I was so excited, and I also got a couple of other patterns that you guys have gifted me and I am so excited. I'm gonna try them all. You guys have been so helpful with, you know, all the different heels that I don't know about, so thankful. Sorry, I have a heat stroke. Menopause. Anyway, if I'm shiny, it's because I'm burning. Yarn is the one previously used. I am missing the green. I don't know where it went, so I may need to pull a new green up. So here it is. Some are sparkly. Some they're not heavily speckled. I would say they're more tonal than anything because I don't want it to kind of like blend too much and not be able to see Fiona in all her phases. Say, and as you can tell if you have not noticed, I'm using a 9-inch circumference needle in a size US 1 or 2.25 millimeters. I casted this on. This is my second time casting it on. I did the recommended size for my foot, which is size 1, and I was having the same issue as this one. It was so tight, and now if I place the one that actually fit me well, it's pretty much the same cuff circumference wise. It looks like it. This one is a 1x1 rib. This is a 2x1, so I don't know if that will stretch differently. I think it stretch the same, probably less, I would say. But then again, I'm a new sock knitter, so I may cook it out of my booty. I noticed that it was quite narrow, so I went ahead and I ripped it off. I think I was finishing the first cat, and I went ahead and I did the size number 2. The cuff is knitted in a US size 1 needle, and then you change to a different needle for the body because it's color work. But I'm supposed to be size 1. I decided to cast on the size number 2, and I kept the needles being size 1 or 2.25. I didn't switch up or went up in a size, so I don't mind. I love color work. I said that this already, and I love that this is so cute, and it does scratch that color work itch, if we want to say. You do work 2 strands at the same time. It actually gets a little complicated sometimes. You have to make sure that you are giving your stitches space. You're not too tight there. So I don't ever have that problem when I am knitting color work. So yeah, so love it so far. It took me a moment to kind of like get my excitement back, and loved it. So now that I am knitting this, I just want to go ahead and finish it up, and I think definitely these are going to be my February socks. So we'll see. You will know in the next podcast, but let's just put all the socks away and just show you the little progress that I have on the sweaters or the cardigans that I've been knitting. I have a couple. I cast one on, and I don't even want to show you guys that one because there's no excitement there. That way. So let me get that out. Okay, I think hair is out of my face because I cannot for the life of me with this hair anymore. I need like a shower. I'm sorry. No finished objects sweater wise. Very little progress because all the time I have spent like trying to figure out the freaking socks. But I did did almost another color of my Stria sweater by Andrea Maury. This is a pattern that is done in twisted fisherman rib. Why did I say it's twisted? Fisherman rib. I'm using a Homespun House 2022 Advent, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna have enough yarn for whenever I pass my shoulders and to mimic my sleeves to the body, but I don't know, I love it so. It looks so pretty. The only thing that I have to say about this sweater is that I made a mistake, and I don't know if it happened to you, but I have never done fisherman rib, and okay, so if you're working on the round, you're gonna knit through the bottom knit stitch, and then you go into purl and all the way around. The other, you do that every other. The other round, if you're working on the round, it's gonna be all purling. But because I'm doing a cardigan, I'm going back and forth, it's perfect because when I go back, instead of purling, I'm knitting. So I'm not doing that much purling, but I didn't pay attention, so I did knit and knit and knit, and I didn't know how to go back. So I threw a lifeline, kind of like trying to, go down. It didn't work out. So I went all the way down to this line. And even though when I did that, I did it wrong. So I was like, oh my God. So I just grabbed the right side when I went to the knitting, but the purling, I grabbed the next round. So it took me a while, a couple of tears, and I thought I actually needed to start from the beginning, and if that was going to be the case, it was not going to happen. So I was quite frustrated with this one. So not a lot of progress, not a lot, but I am so thankful for the chart that she added on her pattern, because I was able to know exactly what I was and how to do and whatever. If I didn't have that, I will have actually don't know what I've done. And I was confused. Like, this is my first time doing fisherman rib, so I didn't know. Now I know. Like I did the biggest mistake. Besides that, I have not worked with it either a lot, because all the yarn is here in this basket, and I have this basket up in this little piece of furniture quite high, so I have to actually make time, or like put it down on the calendar to work on this, and because it's not like on the table. That makes sense. I like to keep myself organized, so sometimes I forget that I have it because it's up in the shelf. So now that I'm back on track with it, I'm quite excited. And as the pattern, or the pattern have you do 10 rows or whatever, like X amount of rows, and then you do X amount of row of the contrast stripe, I have added the main color and the contrast, and I have 12 rows that I switch my color every 12 rows. So that's nice. Growing a slow pace, I want to make sure that this month I put a little bit of effort on it, probably need like 15 minutes on it, like probably in the morning, that I have more fresh minded, and to see if I can do any more progress. But let me get my whip number 2, and we're not going to talk about 3 or 4 because I mean, I can't. I'm tired. That's what I am. I'm tired. The whip number 2 that I'm working on is, I'm midway through a line, is the Champagne Cardigan by Petite Knits. I am making a size medium. I am using the recommended needles in a US size 7. I'm using the Chelsea Lux yarn in the Chelsea Coupe Lux DK and the mohair in color rose gold. I made very little progress on it. I'm using it more to watch TV and have not done that a lot. But I put it on this mannequin the other day and it looks so good. I didn't switch the needle so it's bunched up like this. So it looked kind of like a bomber jacket in a way. And it like turns the, you know, my creative juices up here. And now I want to see if I can switch it up and change it up a little bit, so we will see. I want it to be oversized and I want it to be kind of cool. So you guys know I changed my mind a lot, so I'm trying not to say, just in case I change my mind. I have, you guys are like, well, I don't know, like last month, you know what I mean? So whenever I do it, I will talk about it. I have not reached that phase, but I thought about doing the neck button band, body rib and cuff, neck rib, body and cuff ribs in the same colorway, but ditching the mohair and having more of a normal, not that cozy one, so you can see the stitch. But now I think I'm going to change to another color. So I bought the yarn, I have the idea on my mind. I'm gonna let you guys hanging a little bit, but yeah, that's what's up. It's changing while I knit it. I think it talks to me, it let me know, you know what I mean? It's like, now I feel like it needs something else. So that is the progress. And if I'm going to talk about the mood for both of my sweaters, one was quite frustrating because I didn't know how to fix it, and this one I love it, and is in this button yarn bag that I love, that I got a rain bag, and I take this everywhere with me as well. So I may put my new vanilla sock on it. But that is all knitting wise. Let's talk about a little bit of sewing. I need a little bit of a pick me up and a little bit of a snack. Let's put it that way. I'll be back. Okay, let's talk sewing. This year I had, okay, so last year, I said this the last time, the 2021 I had a garment a month, and then it was quite easy for me. Then on 2022 I wanted to make a garment a week. I failed miserably. I moved states. I spent, I would say, half of my time in Puerto Rico. It was like a lot. It didn't work out. So this year, 2023, I want to meet halfway, pretty much. So I decided that I'm going to do 2 items a month. And I don't know if you can tell here, I have a little dry board or writing or board to write myself up. And I have on this side my sewing goals. And I have a long list that of things that are not very specific. Like I want shorts, I want short skirts, I want fun pants, stuff like that. And I want to keep getting inspiration from Pinterest, Instagram, stuff like that. When I see something, I pin it or I print it and I put it on my mood board right here. And every single time, you know, I'm like adding. So it's like an ever-ending growing list. And I'm not getting too fixated on anything. I want to make things that are quite fun and stylish and wearable. I have a lot of holes on my wardrobe, and I catch myself trying to find this stuff when I can make them myself. So every single time that I'm trying to look for something, I write it down, I print it, and I put it on my mood board, and I put it right here. This black writing right there, it's my goals for the month. So this month I wanted to make some Persephone pants with a fabric that I got. Was it in, I think it was in the beginning of December. I found this fabric. Is a striped cotton unknown fabric. I thrifted this fabric and I got, I think it was a yard and a half for $3, and I got it at Austin Create Reuse. It's like a secondhand craft shop here in Texas, in Austin. And I even used this button that I thrifted from a cute little bag of buttons. So it's nice and fun. I think I recorded this, so you guys may see, I don't know, like a January sewing journey vlog or whatever. We'll see, because I did vlog this one, and this one I have a lot to say. I'm not gonna go too much into details. These are the Persephone Pants by Anna Allen. I have made this pattern so many times. I think this is my number 9, and I have done all the mistakes that you can imagine. I have gone up in size because I had gained a little bit of weight. Then I lost all that weight and they were too big. Then I adjusted. I have done everything, but there is always an element of discomfort on the crotch area. The pair that I did previously, I added 1/2 inch of the inseam on the back, and this time around I added 1/2 inch in the front, so you have 1 full inch on my crotch area to give my hips a little bit of space. The fabric, it was perfect for this design because it's non-stretch, it's cotton, and it's quite thick, although it's not too thick. I would say it's perfect. Like I said, unknown. I use the zipper expansion for her Philippa pants. My machine doesn't like to make buttonholes. If it's bulky, I always have to end up doing them by hand. So I was just like, let's just do the zipper. Zipper is easier. I bought this zipper a long time ago in Puerto Rico. I think I spent 99 cents on it. So I spent a total of $5, if I'm going to exaggerate, if I add tax, to make this pants. So quite lucky. I love thrifting. It's a new thing. Another mod is I crop them a little bit. I like to wear a lot of sneakers, kind of like cute ones, so I like to show them a little bit. I don't want to cover them up, so I did raise the hem a little bit, not too much, so you can see my cool kicks, if we're gonna say that. You know, I'm 47, but I'm not old, okay? Like, I like cute shoes. And I even can do a wedge or something like that. Quite pleased with the fit, quite pleased with the fabric, quite pleased with the length, like quite pleased. My booty looks amazing. And then I added back pockets. So I took the ones in the front that you have, like they're like, I don't know, like invisible kind of zipper, pocket, and I placed the pockets on the back, and I used the Philippa pockets, and I think I did the dart. I divided my pocket in the middle, and then I followed that dart and I went down 3 inches and I placed it there. And I did, and I don't know if you can tell, I tried my best to do kind of like a little detail, but because it was so busy, I was having a little bit of issues, so I was just like, okay, let's just scratch that, let's just go down and do like a B and then call it a day. So you see here is that back dart, and I placed the middle right on where that dart is, and 3 inches from the top. I top stitch the band everywhere, and I even did my little tag. Everything is serged and finished on the inside, and they look quite pleased. So I am quite excited that this came out so good. And I have tried to make this kind of pants a couple times. I think the last time I made these, I think this is my 3rd time. I bought a very fancy fabric and they were too small, so I gave them to Stella and she loved them. So now for, I I don't want to say showstopper. This was a showstopper, not in a good way. It was intentional. So let's talk about my birthday two-piece. Because I wanted to do a dress, but it ended up a two-piece. So I always, not always, last year I didn't made my dress, but I always, or the past 3 years I have turned age. After Cancer, I have gone a little extra on everything. The first year I did a dress that was super girly, tons of ruffles, it was something. Then last year I wore like a really shiny hot pink dress, and then this year I want to wear gold. I went to, when I went to Puerto Rico, I don't think it was last time, the time before, I found this fabric, which is a two-sided one. You have, on one side you have this beautiful anime print, and on the other one you have kind of like, it looks like cherries. I don't know if you can tell. Right there. There you go. Should I take the, let me take the pants off. Let me take the pants off. Take the pants off. Okay, so from one side you have, can you see, it has like cherries, and it's like very, can you see the variation? It looks like, this look like boxer, like boxing shorts, and then the other side is this animal print. I love this dress from Anthropologie, and I wanted it so bad. And I was like, no, it's not happening. So it had kind of like this balloon effect on the hem, and it was strapless. I cannot do strapless, especially because I cannot wear like underwire after going through the lumpectomy. So I was just like, let's not do that. And let's just go ahead and just do like a baby doll kind of dress. And I started to draft my pattern, and I scratched that out completely because I found this pattern, which is the McCall 8108, and I particularly love this view B. I cut a size 14 of this one, and I had so many things go wrong with this pattern. Number one, I wanted to have that balloon kind of thing. So to make that, you have to have a lining. You sew the hem together, but the lining has to be shorter. So when you have both lining and main fabric at the top together, the hem will roll up and you will have that balloon design. So I drafted the sleeve, and instead of leaving the volume that you have from the gather here, I decided that I will take that away because number one, I didn't have enough fabric, and number two, I thought it was not needed. But when I went to put this up over my shoulders, it didn't want to even go up. It didn't went up here. So in Mary's fashion, and went ahead and I cut it out just to give my shoulder some space to get in, or go up through the armhole. And then when I was able to place this, and I have pins on it, I cannot put it on. When I was able to put the top, the strap here on my shoulders, it was too long, so it was falling down. And I was so disappointed because after having such a great pattern and finished object with my Persephone, doing this silly mistake made no sense. I've been sewing for 42 years. Like, I started sewing when I was 5, I'm 47. So you can have all the experience in the world. You have to pay attention. You have to write. I forget a lot of the things that I do make the same mistakes because I'm not paying attention and writing things down and making sure that this year it's not happening. We're writing things down we need to finally learn. So I was quite disappointed and I was like, okay, whatever. This was the day before my birthday and I was just like, I have another dress. I'm going to take it out, get the shoes, get the purse, have everything together, and I will just enjoy my day and not worry about a freaking dress. So I went to bed quite defeated on the 25th. There's a lot of things that happened today. Like I broke so many things. Like I dropped a Coke and it went all over the car and into my sock. So I was like, whatever. The 26th I woke up and I was like, you know what? I had a dream, by the way, that night that I made a dress using this side of the fabric, not the animal print. So I was just like around noon, I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to see if I can find a pattern that is quite easy. And I pull out this Simplicity 9550. It's a Mimi G design, and I was like, well, you know, it's just short in a shirt, quite simple. And sure enough, in 5 hours I was able to cut this up, sew this up, finish it up. Is you can tell it was made in 5 hours, to be honest. Like for instance, if I'm going to redo, or I am definitely going to pick this out and see if I can do hand hem, you know, the hem by hand, just because there's a lot of puckering and my needle was new. It's just the fabric, it's just a disaster. But if I do kind of like a hand hem, or do the hem by hand hem, it will look a little bit better. There's a lot of puckering. I also thought, okay, so I cut this top in size 14. Let me take this off so you can see it because yours too high. I cut the top in size 14 and the pants in size 16. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, I want them to be big on me and, you know, whatever. They're not big on me, okay? So this was quite easy to make. I did view A, I believe, which is just, you know, kind of like a crew neck kind of thing. This is so easy. This pattern have a skirt, and this will look so cute with a cotton for summer. I mean, I'm gonna make this. It's so easy. I can see some threads hanging. Like, I mean, I went to my party like this. I was able to finish this up. I did make some mistakes because I was trying to rush it, and I had to remind myself, you don't have to rush, because you don't have to rush because you have a dress and you have heels and you have your earrings and you have your purse already picked. So I was able to finish this up, and I was just like, okay, I can like probably change my dress to, I don't know, like a skirt, a cute skirt. I have tons, not tons, I have a lot of maxi skirts. That's what I have a lot of. So let's see if I can pull, like I finished the pants. And sure enough, I was able to finish the pants. The pants were insane. Like I finished the entire, like I sew all the way up to here and I serge it and then I pick it out, and like there's is something. The zipper is an invisible zipper, but it's black. You cannot see it from the outside. The crotch area, or the length of the depth of the pants is too short. Like I'm short torso but long, kind of like from waist to my crotch and longer there. So these were cutting my bits. Okay, it was not fun. My belly was out because this was like up my vagina. Okay, like I was like in pain and I was like whatever. So but at the end of the day, it looks so cute. It was exactly what I wanted it. I want it loud, I want it obnoxious, I want it gold. So I wore some gold heels, gold earrings, gold bangles, gold purse. Did I have gold purse? I had everything gold. I didn't have a gold thong, but I wore a thong, and I have to say this fabric is scratchy, especially my asshole. Okay, I was like, oh my god, I have the glitter up on my intestines. Like, it was something. It was something. Anyway, the day, like I said, I finished this in 5 hours. It was so fun. It was so fun to just take my time, and I was in my pajamas all day. It was like getting, I don't know, loved by everybody, sending me messages, calling me, FaceTiming me. I have friends that I have not talked in a long time that call me. My Facebook had like so many people that I never go in there. It was so nice. I spent my day with my family and, you know, my son, my Francisco's girlfriend, and Carlos, my dogs, my cat. Stella is in Tahoe, and I got the coolest gift. Let me show you. So Carlos asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I didn't know what to get. Like, actually, I was just like, I don't know. So he bought everything that I had in my Amazon cart. So I had some plastic bags. I had some thread for English paper piecing. I mean, and I got some Shiagu shorties, and this is like a sock set. So this one, it says shorties 2 inches and 3 inches, and it goes from size 0 to, and I can't, hold on. It goes from 0s to 3. So I am so excited. Let me show you guys the inside. I have the blue package. I think it goes from 4 or 5 to 8. I think it goes from 4 to 8. But this time I got from 0 to 3. And I mean, I was like, yes, because I needed 1.5 and then 2.5, and I couldn't find them, and I had to go and get new ones, Hayas and Chiagos and whatever. So now I have a sock set, and this is what I got along with the trash bags for my birthday. It was a set of sock needles. Thank God I had this in there, because if not, it was going to be like trash bags and thread. Anyway, so let me see if I can squeeze some acquisitions, because I have some fun ones that I want to show you. Hold on. So if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you have not heard my rant on how much yarn I had. I started to organize my yarn, and I had to stop. My bags, my birthday bags, like my birthday Amazon bags, is because I had the greatest idea to buy bags, and I put it in my car, so I can have sets in baggies, right? I started to organize my mohair. I have one box for mohair and one for sock or fingering one skein yarn, or I have another box that I have like sweater quantities, and that one is full to the brim. And then I said I was not gonna buy any more yarn, and I'm gonna show you guys what I bought, because I'm gonna show you right now, because whatever, I love seeing new stuff. I see stuff and I write it down and I looked it up, so maybe you will love that as well. I lost a ball band right now. I cannot find it. Okay, so I went to my local yarn shop and I found this Madeline Tosh in the color Librarian's Dream. This is 420 yards, 100 gram, and the blend is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. It was on sale for 50% off, so I paid $14.50 for this skein, and I love because although it's speckles, the speckles are kind of muted, so I like this for a little bit of probably of color work or stripiness, or just by itself with like a lace design or something like that. So I went ahead and I grabbed this one just because I need less speckle, more tonal yarn. So that was the first one. And then I found this Gusto yarn or Gusto wool. What is it? Is it Nocta sock yarn? It says Gusto wool. I think this is the brand and this is the base, whatever. But this one was $20. It's in the color G1211, and the yarn combo is 80% merino wool and 20% nylon. I noticed that I don't have sock blends. I had a lot of like 100% wool, and I need to get more nylon because they say it's stronger. If you don't believe that, just let me know and I'll look it up. But again, there's speckles, but they're a little bit muted. I want to do some vanilla sock with this, and then cuff, heel, and toes are black, right? I think that will look quite cute. So that's yarn number 2. Then Christina from Chelsea Locks had a sale, and when I opened this up, I was quite surprised. I may have clicked on the wrong thing because, you know, guys, now when we have a sale, we want to click as fast as possible because somebody will grab the yarn from your cart. But this one is in the color Cocoa, and this is 72% kid mohair and 28% silk. And I got 3, and I was like, I mean, it's like giving me a little nudie gray with a little bit of like, I don't know, like brownish, but also kind of like a charcoal gray, like, you know what I mean? Like, this says money, expensive. Sorry, and I want to do a cute little crop sweater with this, but at the end of the day, I bought it because I have issues, you know, nothing new. She also had this sock set. It doesn't have a name, and this was kind of like those random dialogues, I think it is, or I don't know, but this is a sock set. Again, the blend is 80 and then 20 nylon, so 80% superwash merino and 20 nylon. So that was fun. And then I also got this one, which is called Stone Store something, and this is 80 10 10, so 80 superwash merino, 10 cashmere, 10 nylon. So right, so pretty, you know. I'm not a blue person at all, but this one is giving me like jeans, like, you know what I mean. So that was what I got from Christina. And then Sweet Skein of Mine, you guys know I don't deviate from my friends. Sweet Skein of Mine, Amanda, she's gonna do a yarn of the month every single month. And this is the January color in the color Frosty Ball. I squeal. This is so good. And this for sure is going to be a vanilla sock. So, I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. I am trying to decide which vanilla sock I want to do. But So cute, right? Oh, love. I think on my Instagram I opened it up and it was like a gift. Can you see it? Okay, come on. There you go. Like, I love doing that. I am the only one. The only one. Anyway, so that's Frosty Ball from January. I don't know if she's going to dye this again. I have no idea. And then I got a gift from Mary Ellen Bass. He says, thank you for Vlogmas. It brightened up my Christmas season. Love, Mary Ellen. And this is in the color gingerbread. And I was eyeing this up and they were sold out right away. But I got one. Thank God. Oh, well, not thank God. Thank you, Mary. I'm tired. What time is it? It's 9:16. Okay, like I woke up so early because Fiona doesn't let me sleep at all. It's so bad. Anyway, so that is the last, and I hope the last acquisition from now, although I want to get that Amanda Ferrari color before it sold out. Okay, don't get like, just getting sold out so fast. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is being long as fuck. Okay, there's no other word to describe it. Sorry for my French. I'll see you guys in February 1st or 2nd because I upload the next day for vlogging time. So I hope you have a great weekend. Happy knitting, and I see you guys on the next.